Hello, my dear friends. Today, before we begin, I want to ask you very gently, how are you feeling? Not how are you pretending to feel. Not what answer do you give when someone casually asks and you automatically say, I am fine. I mean, how are you really feeling inside your body, inside your heart, inside the quiet place you may not show to anyone? Are you tired? Are you sad? Are you angry but trying to stay polite? Are you anxious but still smiling? Are you disappointed but telling yourself it does not matter? Are you lonely, confused, heavy, numb, or simply overwhelmed by feelings you do not know how to name? My dear, whatever is here today, I want you to know this. Your emotions are not here to destroy you. They are not proof that you are weak. They are not enemies attacking your peace. Your feelings are messengers from the soul, asking for something within you to be seen, heard, held, and healed. Many people are afraid of their emotions because they believe that if they truly feel them, they will fall apart. They say, if I start crying, I may never stop. If I admit how angry I am, I will become someone bad. If I touch this sadness, it will swallow me. So they run. They stay busy. They distract themselves. They keep talking, working, scrolling, eating, shopping, helping others, fixing other people's lives, or repeating positive words while the body is still begging for honesty. But emotions that are pushed away do not simply disappear. They find other doors. They enter the body as tension. They enter the voice as sharpness or silence. They enter the breath as tightness. They enter sleep as restlessness. They enter relationships as reactions that feel bigger than the moment. They enter choices as self-sabotage, avoidance, overthinking, or exhaustion. What is not felt with love often returns as a pattern. Every emotion you feel is carrying a message. When you stop running, healing begins. This does not mean you have to drown in the feeling. It does not mean you have to become the emotion. It means you begin to sit beside it instead of fighting it. You say, what are you trying to tell me? You say, where do you live in my body? You say, what part of me needs kindness right now? My dear, your feelings are not your weakness. They are a language. And when you learn to listen to that language, you begin to come home to yourself. Place a hand on your heart and say softly, I am safe to feel. I listen to my emotions with love. Let that be the first doorway. You are safe to feel, one breath at a time. You are safe to listen without judgment. You are safe to meet yourself. Let us speak honestly about running away from emotions. Running can feel comforting at first. It gives you a short moment of relief. You do not have to face the ache. You do not have to feel the disappointment. You do not have to name the anger. You do not have to admit the loneliness. So you fill every empty space. You keep the phone near you because silence feels dangerous. You eat when your heart is hungry for comfort. You shop when you need to feel control. You work because stillness may reveal what hurts. You stay around people because being alone might force you to hear yourself. You become positive too quickly, not because you are truly at peace, but because you are afraid that honesty will make you heavy. And perhaps you say, I am fine, while your shoulders are tight, your stomach is clenched, your jaw is locked, and your breath cannot move deeply. But my dear, the self you keep escaping is the self that most needs your love. If you keep running from your sadness, you may lose access to tenderness. If you keep running from anger, you may lose access to boundaries. If you keep running from grief, you may lose access to healing. If you keep running from fear, you may lose access to the part of you asking for safety. Avoidance gives temporary comfort, but over time it disconnects you from your own inner guidance. You may become numb. You may feel tired in the soul. You may explode over small things because the old feelings have been waiting too long. You may overthink because the mind is trying to solve what the heart has not been allowed to feel. Emotions do not need to be defeated. Emotions need to be moved through. Say gently, I no longer run from myself. I gently turn toward what I feel. Now, let us bring this into the body, because emotions do not live only in the mind. They live in the chest, the throat, the belly, the shoulders, the jaw, the hands, the breath, and the heartbeat. Sadness may feel like weight in the chest. Shame may make you want to shrink, hide, lower your head, or disappear. Anger may tighten the jaw, clench the fists, heat the face, or lift the shoulders. Anxiety may twist the stomach, shorten the breath, or make the heart beat faster. Helplessness may make the body feel heavy, limp, and without energy. Your body often tells the truth before your mind has found the words. The mind may say, "It is nothing," while the body says, "I am not okay." The mind may say, "I have forgiven," while the chest still tightens when the memory appears. The mind may say, "I do not care," while the throat closes because something still wants to be spoken. So ask your body, where is this feeling living? Do not analyze too much. Just notice. Is it in the throat? Maybe something needs to be said. Is it in the belly? Maybe something feels unsafe. Is it in the chest? Maybe grief, longing, or tenderness is present. Is it in the shoulders? Maybe you have been carrying too much. Is it in the jaw? Maybe anger has been held back for too long. This question takes you from thought into deeper truth. The body is wise. It does not need fancy language. It speaks through sensation. Warmth, tightness, heaviness, trembling, numbness, pressure, restlessness. When you listen patiently, the body begins to trust you. Say softly, "My body is wise. I listen to its messages with patience and love." And please, my dear, stop calling your emotions bad. There are no bad emotions. There are comfortable emotions and uncomfortable emotions. There are easy emotions and difficult emotions. There are emotions that feel pleasant and emotions that ask you to become very brave and very tender, but they are not bad. When you call sadness bad, you begin to shame yourself for loving what was lost. Sadness is not bad. It may be saying something mattered. When you call anger bad, you may silence the part of you that knows a boundary was crossed. Anger is not bad. It may be saying something needs protection. When you call shame bad, you may attack the part of you that fears exclusion. Shame is not bad. It may be saying, "I am afraid I will not be loved if I am seen." When you call disappointment bad, you may forget that disappointment only exists because hope was once there. And when you call discouragement bad, you may miss the message that your life energy needs care, nourishment, and awakening again. Changing the language changes the relationship. Instead of saying, "I am having a negative emotion," say, "I am having an uncomfortable emotion." Feel the difference. Negative makes the emotion sound like an enemy. Uncomfortable makes it human. And when it becomes human, you do not have to fight it. You can learn from it. You can say, sadness, what are you showing me? Anger, what boundary do I need to honor? Fear, where do I need safety? Shame, what part of me needs love? Disappointment, what desire was important to me? My dear, this is emotional freedom. Not never feeling pain, but no longer being at war with the pain when it comes. Say softly, all my emotions are allowed. They are messages, not enemies. Let that sentence become a new home inside you. You are not here to become a person who never feels. You are here to become a person who can feel with love, listen with patience, and respond with wisdom. Your emotions are gifts, not because every feeling is pleasant, but because every feeling can bring you closer to yourself when you stop running. So today, ask your heart, what are you trying to tell me? Ask your body, where are you holding this? Ask your soul, what needs to be loved here? And then listen, my dear. Listen gently. Healing begins when you stop treating your feelings like enemies and begin welcoming them as messengers guiding you home. Learn how to understand your emotions, my dear, not as enemies, not as problems, not as signs that something is wrong with you, but as gentle messengers from the deeper self. Every uncomfortable emotion has a hidden gift. It may not feel like a gift at first. Sadness may feel heavy. Shame may feel burning. Anger may feel frightening. Confusion may feel foggy. Discouragement may make you want to give up. But if you stop long enough to listen, you will discover that each feeling is trying to bring you information. It is trying to show you where you need comfort, protection, honesty, rest, boundaries, courage, or love. The feeling itself is not here to destroy you. It is here to bring something unconscious into the light, so it can be understood, held, and healed. Let us begin with sadness. Sadness often comes when you have lost something, or when you are longing for something that has not arrived. It may come when a relationship changes, when a dream feels far away, when you feel lonely, when life does not look the way your heart hoped it would. Many people try to push sadness away because they think sadness means weakness. But sadness is not weakness, my dear. Sadness is evidence that your heart is soft enough to care. Sadness says, something mattered to me. It says, I need comfort. It says, I am grieving something, even if I cannot explain it perfectly. The gift of sadness is tenderness. It softens the heart. It reminds you that you are alive, that you can love deeply, care deeply, and feel deeply. When sadness comes, do not say, why am I like this? Ask, what in me needs to be held? Maybe the answer is your inner child. Maybe it is a dream you have been afraid to admit still matters. Maybe it is a need for rest, connection, or gentleness. Place your hand on your heart and say, I allow my sadness to move through me. My heart is safe with me. Then there is shame. Shame is one of the most painful emotions because it does not only say, I did something wrong. It says, I am wrong. It tells you to hide. It makes you afraid that if people truly see you, they will reject you. Shame may arise when you make a mistake, when you feel exposed, when you compare yourself, when old criticism is touched, or when you believe some part of you is not lovable. But shame is not proof that you are unworthy. Shame is a sign that some part of you needs compassion very deeply. The gift hidden inside shame is the invitation to stop hiding from yourself. Shame points to the exact place where you need to say, even here, I am still worthy of love. Ask gently, what part of me needs to hear that it is not bad, not ugly, not hateful, not beyond love? Perhaps it is the child who was criticized. Perhaps it is the body you have judged. Perhaps it is the mistake you keep replaying. Perhaps it is the desire you think is too much. Bring tenderness there. Say softly, I release shame. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. Helplessness is another difficult feeling. It can make the body feel heavy and powerless, as though life is too large and you have no choice left. Helplessness may come when problems pile up, when you have tried many times, when someone else's behavior hurts you, when money feels uncertain, when the future feels blocked, or when you feel too tired to act. The message of helplessness is often, I cannot carry all of this. And that message deserves respect. But the gift of helplessness is that it brings you back to the smallest possible step. It says, do not try to solve the whole life right now. Find one piece of power. Ask, what is one very small thing I can still do right now? Maybe you can drink water. Maybe you can write one sentence. Maybe you can ask for help. Maybe you can open one document. Maybe you can take one deep breath. Maybe you can say no to one thing. A small step may not solve everything, but it tells your nervous system, I still have choice. Say gently, one small step returns me to my power. Anger is often misunderstood. Many people are afraid of anger because they have seen anger used as harm. But anger itself is not bad. Anger may be saying that a boundary has been crossed. It may be saying that you have been silent too long. It may be saying that something in you needs protection. It may be saying, this is not right for me. The gift of anger is energy, truth, movement, boundaries. Anger can help you say no. It can help you stop tolerating what is hurting you. It can help you stand on your own side. But anger must be held with wisdom. You do not need to let it burn your life down. You do not need to harm yourself or others with it. You can listen to the message without becoming destructive. Ask, what boundary in me needs to be protected? Maybe you need to stop overgiving. Maybe you need to speak honestly. Maybe you need to leave a situation. Maybe you need to stop betraying your own body. Say softly, I honor my anger without letting it harm me or others. I use it to create healthy boundaries. Vulnerability is the feeling of being open, exposed, unsure, and real. It can feel uncomfortable because the heart is not hiding behind armor. You may feel vulnerable when you tell the truth, when you love someone, when you create something, when you ask for help, when you begin again, when you admit you do not know, when you let someone see the tender places in you. Vulnerability says, something real is happening. The gift of vulnerability is connection. There is no deep love without some willingness to be seen. There is no true intimacy if everyone is wearing a mask. There is no authentic life if you never allow your real self to step forward. But vulnerability also needs wisdom. You do not have to open your heart to everyone. You do not have to reveal your deepest self in unsafe places. Ask, how can I open little by little while still protecting my safety? This is the balance, an open heart with clear boundaries. Say gently, it is safe for me to be real. I open my heart with wisdom and love. Confusion is another feeling that many people resist. We want answers quickly. We want certainty. We want to know which way to go, what to choose, what to believe, what will happen. But confusion often comes when you are between the old and the new. The old life no longer fits, but the new one has not fully appeared. The mind does not have enough information yet, or the soul is asking you to slow down. Confusion is uncomfortable, but it is not always a mistake. Sometimes confusion creates a sacred pause, so you do not rush into a choice made from fear. Sometimes it means your inner compass is recalibrating. Sometimes it means something deeper is forming beneath the surface. The gift of confusion is space. Ask, what would become clearer if I stopped forcing myself to know immediately? Perhaps you need rest before deciding. Perhaps you need more information. Perhaps you need to listen to the body. Perhaps clarity will come after one honest conversation. Say softly, clarity comes in perfect timing. I allow myself to pause. Disappointment appears when you hoped for something, trusted something, expected something, and life did not unfold the way you wanted. Disappointment can hurt because it touches hope, and many people, after disappointment, begin to shame themselves for having hoped at all. They say, I was foolish to believe. I should have known better. I should never want anything. But my dear, hope is not foolish. Hope means your heart was alive. Disappointment does not mean your desire was wrong. It may mean your expectation needs adjusting, your timing needs surrender, or your discernment needs sharpening. The gift of disappointment is refinement. It helps you see what mattered to you. It teaches you what you truly value. It may show you where you gave too much power to an outcome. Ask, what expectation needs to be released, and what lesson needs to be kept? Then say gently, I release what did not happen and open to what is still possible. Life is not finished blessing you simply because one hope did not unfold as planned. Discouragement is the feeling that comes when you have tried for a long time and still do not see the result. It may come when your effort feels invisible, when healing feels slow, when progress feels too small, when purpose feels distant, when the path feels heavier than you imagined. Discouragement does not always mean you should quit. Sometimes it means you need rest. Sometimes it means you need a smaller step. Sometimes it means the old reason no longer nourishes you, and you need to reconnect with a more loving purpose. The gift of discouragement is renewal. It says, do not keep pushing in the same exhausted way. Pause, refill, adjust. Find one small light. Ask, what tiny ray of light is still here? Maybe it is one person who cares, one skill you have gained, one breath, one page written, one lesson learned, one reason to continue today. Say softly, I rest, I renew, and I begin again gently. Now, after we have listened to these emotions, we must speak about compassion, because emotions cannot be healed through judgment. You cannot shame sadness into disappearing. You cannot criticize shame into becoming self-worth. You cannot attack anger into becoming wisdom. You cannot punish confusion into clarity. Healing comes through gentle presence. It comes when you stop becoming an enemy to your own inner life. When you are sad, do not say, be strong. Say, I am here with you. When you feel shame, do not say, I am terrible. Say, I am still worthy of love. When you feel anger, do not say, I am bad. Say, something in me may need protection. When you feel disappointed, do not say, I was stupid for hoping. Say, hope is proof that I am still alive. These sentences may feel simple, but they change the nervous system. They tell the body, I am no longer against you. Self-compassion does not make you weak. It makes you safe within yourself. A nervous system that feels attacked will defend, freeze, collapse, or rebel. A nervous system that feels met with kindness can soften, learn, repair, and grow. This is why compassion is not indulgence. It is healing intelligence. It allows you to feel without becoming lost. It allows you to be honest without becoming cruel. It allows you to take responsibility without drowning in shame. It allows you to say, this feeling is here, and I can meet it with love. Say gently, I meet myself with compassion. I am gentle with every part of me. And as you learn compassion for yourself, something beautiful begins to happen. You become more compassionate toward others too. You begin to understand that people often react from their wounds. The angry person may be in pain. The controlling person may be afraid. The cold person may have once been hurt when they opened their heart. The judgmental person may be judging themselves even more harshly inside. This understanding does not mean you excuse harmful behavior. It does not mean you stay where you are mistreated. It does not mean you let people cross your boundaries because you understand their pain. Compassion without boundaries becomes self-abandonment. Boundaries without compassion can become bitterness. The balance is to see with understanding and act with self-respect. You can say, I understand that you may be hurting, and I will not allow you to hurt me. You can say, I see that fear may be behind this control, and I still choose my freedom. You can say, I have compassion for your wounds, and I am responsible for protecting my peace. This is emotional maturity. You no longer need to hate someone in order to set a boundary. You no longer need to make someone a monster in order to leave what is unhealthy. You can choose love and still choose distance. You can forgive and still not return. You can understand and still say no. Say softly, I offer compassion without abandoning myself. I choose love with boundaries. Now let us practice listening to emotions for 5 minutes. This exercise is simple, and it can be done anytime you feel overwhelmed by what is moving inside you. Step 1. Stop. Place your hand on your heart or your belly. Let your touch be warm, not demanding. Say, I am safe to feel. You are not saying the feeling is easy. You are saying you are willing to stay with yourself while it moves. Step 2. Name the emotion. Do not say, I am terrible. Say, I feel sadness. I feel anger. I feel shame. I feel fear. I feel disappointment. Naming creates space. You are not the emotion. You are the loving awareness noticing the emotion. Step 3. Find it in the body. Ask, where is this emotion living in my body? Is it in the chest, the throat, the belly, the shoulders, the jaw, the hands, the breath? Notice the sensation: heavy, tight, warm, numb, restless, sharp, soft. You do not need to change it immediately. You only need to witness it. Step 4. Ask the message. Gently say, what are you trying to teach me? Then wait. The answer may come as a word, an image, a memory, or a knowing. Sadness may say, I need comfort. Anger may say, protect me. Shame may say, please love this hidden part. Confusion may say, slow down. Discouragement may say, rest and begin again. Step 5, respond with compassion. Say, thank you for trying to protect me. I am listening now. This sentence is powerful because many uncomfortable emotions are protective in some way. Fear tries to prevent danger. Shame tries to prevent rejection. Anger tries to protect boundaries. Even if the strategy is not always helpful, the intention often comes from survival. Step 6, choose one loving action. Let the emotion guide you toward care. If sadness is present, perhaps you cry, rest, or write. If anger is present, perhaps you set a boundary or move your body. If shame is present, perhaps you place a hand on your heart and speak kindly to the hidden part. If confusion is present, perhaps you pause instead of rushing. If disappointment is present, perhaps you release one expectation and open to what is still possible. If discouragement is present, perhaps you take a break, then choose one tiny step. The action does not have to be dramatic. It only needs to say, I heard you. This is how emotion becomes a bridge instead of a prison. My dear, the gift of emotion is that it returns you to yourself. It shows you where you are tender. It shows you where you need boundaries. It shows you where you still hope. It shows you where you need rest. It shows you what matters. It shows you what is asking to heal. When you stop running, stop judging, stop calling yourself bad for being human, you begin to discover that feelings are not the end of peace. They are often the doorway into deeper peace. You can feel sadness and still be safe. You can feel anger and still be loving. You can feel shame and still be worthy. You can feel confusion and still be guided. You can feel discouragement and still begin again. So today, when an uncomfortable emotion rises, do not immediately distract yourself. Do not immediately attack yourself. Pause, breathe, name it, find it in the body. Ask what it wants to teach you. Thank it for trying to protect you. Then, choose one loving action. This is emotional healing in its simplest form. You are no longer running from yourself. You are becoming a safe place for yourself. You are learning the language of your own soul. And as you listen with patience and love, the parts of you that once screamed, hid, or tightened may finally begin to soften. All your emotions are allowed. They are messages, not enemies. And you, my dear, are safe to listen.